Hello. Second, I should be making sure everything's working here. It's been ages since I've been on Twitch. Just gonna fuck around and potentially upload a Wednesday video of me doing, whatever. Alright, that looks to be working. So, I'm going to be playing some Europa Universalis 4. I'm going to pick a very particular start, one that I love. I'm going to be starting as the Sultan of Brunei and doing what I refer to as the Sea Dog Sultan. Going to go in. Requires a very aggressive early game, but potentially becomes one of the most powerful nations, even can rival the Ming in East Asia. And if you can manage to westernize, you can rival really anybody, partly because you will control the seas. You will choose when and where the battles happen, and your core will be protected from virtually anyone's harassment. First thing we're going to do is we are going to raise up to our military cap right away. So we're going to grab another horseman and two units of infantry. We are also going to prepare for war with Malacca. So we are going to, first let's grab some rivals. We can't grab any rivals, right, because we're technically not next to them or anything like that. Fabricate claim on Johor, since that just happens to be the closest, and that's probably what we're actually going to go for war for. And as soon as we get that war, and as soon as we get our men ready, we are going to blockade the Straits of Johor, move our men across, and invade Malacca. We have to do this before Aceh goes after Malacca. We have a very limited time frame. I guess we'll try to improve our prestige. If we get enough from battles, it'll help. What can we do? We can establish Sheikh Alam office. Anything we can do to improve our piety in the short term is also super important because it will raise our morale. We can now turn up our speed a little bit, now that I've got all that taken care of. I'm also going to raise our stability as soon as we can, because we're going to want our revolt risk to be as low as possible. There's another one for another week for that. There we go. Boost that. They still only have 4,000 men. I don't know what's the quality of their general. They don't have a general assigned, so we're not entirely sure what quality they're going to end up with. We're still waiting on another 2,000 men for us. We can recruit our generals and see what we have available. A 2-shock general, that should be sufficient. Not ideal, but sufficient. Let's see, what other options do we have? We have some cash. Can we hire a military advisor? Military morale, excellent. Everything we can do to stack the odds in our favor in this opening conflict. We can only carry 4 men, so we're going to have to go across in a couple waves, which will be dangerous. Ooh, air. Not a bad air. Not great. I'm always a little leery about that low military power. But we should be making enough money we can compensate for it eventually. The big deal, since we don't have any rivals, we have very limited options for how we're going to get our power projection points. Alright. Do we have claim here yet? No, we don't. Can I build another cog? I can't afford it. If I can afford another cog before this goes through, I might build that to make it a bit easier. We're only at 3rd progress anyway. So let's build the cog, I think. Yeah, build the cog. And that'll make it easier to cross. Now we're just going to wait until the cog is done. Full speed ahead. Nothing we can do. Hopefully Aceh doesn't beat us to the punch. We're going to split this army in half and move 5,000 across first and then the other 4,000. I mean, we're fabricating claim as soon as possible anyway. I doubt they'll be able to get here much sooner. Also important thing to note, we actually can't core across there yet. There we go, we've got claim. Of course, Aceh goes the same exact time. I think it's worth the risk to finish this. It'll just make our crossing that much safer. January? Sure. January 25th. Still no Aceh at war with them, that's good, that's good. I'm going to potentially start looking for allies soon, maybe Bengal, assuming they don't get their shit kicked in. Alright. Move, move, move. Alright. You're going to drop the trade fleet. Yeah, drop the trade fleet. Crap, did I just do this wrong? I did. Well, everyone get together. We'll split you up later. And we are going to declare war on Malacca. And we are going to start by moving the general's unit across to Johor. And as soon as it's across, we're going to move the additional troops across as well. Do you get stuck, or are they still moving? They're still moving. Okay. Good. Go, go, go. More men across. Go on across. They're recruiting men. They have a 2-shock general themselves. We're going to get as many men across as we can. Go, 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 go. Get them all across. Get them all across. Quarantine the port, whatever. Alright. 8,000 men going in against 6,000 men. Same generalship. They're technically at a -1. Alright, we just totally owned them. Keep taking everything down. Alright. We're going to occupy Johor because we need to do that. That's our primary objective. Detach siege. We'll also move the rest of the army up here. Detach siege. Detach siege. Oh, we can't detach siege. So we'll just split you in half and go. Did I not just split you? I have an issue clicking the button. Anyway, go, go, go. Oh, administrative benefits. Excellent. Go. We're almost to our prestige goal anyway. Okay. Carpet siege. Complete. This should allow us to capture all of Malacca's territory in one swift stroke, effectively doubling our size. And you can ask for whatever you want, Malacca. You're not going to get it. This is a good opening to this. Johor's done. So as you can see, this will give us all of Brunei, all of Malacca, leaving just Aceh as the remaining of the Indonesian sultanates that we need to acquire. Oh, there's also Makassar, but they're a little out of the way. We can deal with them at our leisure. Also, you know, they do have a way to get a claim on them, so not too big a deal. Now it's all waiting for Malacca to give up. And hopefully squeezing out a few more prestige in the meantime. Once this is done, we can start considering hiring more advisors. We're not going to have that much money yet, particularly since we can't core, but a diplomatic advisor could be extremely useful. Because we need, let's see, yeah, we need every ounce of diplomacy points we can get. Because we need to raise our colonial range immediately if we're going to be able to colonize, or at very least even core any of the provinces we're taking. Can we afford them yet? Yeah, we can afford them, totally. Let's do it. And if we can get some Malayan patriots, I mean, those ones technically won't ally with us, but they're patriots, not, what's another term? Liberators, or whatever it is. So they will technically probably end up joining with us or with Aceh. Oh, though the EUT is going to put them down with extreme prejudice. Now that that's taken care of, we can split you guys up, drop the cogs. Now the bark should be on this side. There we go. Cogs, you can go into dock, barks, protect trade, in Malacca. Excellent. Opening is going swimmingly. The next order of business is going to be the war with Aceh at some point. We're going to need to keep ourselves basically mortgaged to the hilt until that point. Still waiting for the last province to fall. Not a whole lot we can do until that happens. Take a look at some of our provinces look like. Not a whole lot of base tax, but some really valuable resources. Plenty of spices, you know, some fish, more spices, some lumber. Alright, Malacca is completely ours. Full annexation. Nom. And that improves our prestige, giving us 3 stability to help manage things. And we're going to immediately pick some rivals. We're going to immediately go after Aceh, Ayutthaya, and Majapahit. You see how much our cap has expanded. We can't build here yet because they're not core. Okay, and we can't core here yet, but what we can do is we can recruit some more on the other side. I don't want to risk lowering our diplomacy points. Sure, I will pay the inflation for diplomacy points. Wow, we have a lot. Oh yeah, because we got the administrative benefits. That's why. I was wondering why our our administrative points had gone so far ahead. We're actually not going to pick this up first thing available, because we're going to need to core a whole bunch when this goes off. Fortunately, we're not going to have to deal with that much nationalism in the meantime. I'm also going to need to potentially build up our navy so we can secure the straits. Because the war with Aceh is the next big test for us. If we can, I'll save up enough money now to build a... No, we can't build any large ships yet. No, I'm not planning on attacking them until we get Diplomacy Tech 2 anyway. Since I've sort of, cut off Ayutthaya from Aceh, I'm not worried about one of them gaining too strong an advantage by invading Malacca now or invading each other. So now that I'm in control of the situation. Alright, bring over the last of our infantry. Yeah, my next goal is to save up enough money. Oh, we can do some of these in the meantime. Sultan, the Majapahit, Salt. Yeah, free military power. And everything's trying to send us after Ayutthaya, and I really don't feel like I can tackle Ayutthaya at this moment. They have unions and vassals and allies, and oh my, more than I have. I will definitely go up after them once I have united the islands a bit. And I have to keep checking there for new missions. Meanwhile, we're waiting for diplomacy. What's our goal? Our goal is at 949, unless we can find some way to lower it with an event or something. Meanwhile, if Aceh goes after us, we'll happily invade them. Wants us to build a fleet. Build a proper fleet. Well, I could, but I'm trying to save up enough cash so that when I get the option, I can build a heavy warship and control the straits. That's most important to me. Let's see, what do we have going on? Hopefully, I'm just doing a little test off screen. Don't mind me. Not a whole lot going on right now. What else could I potentially be doing? No, I'm just saving up cash, getting big boats, control straits. I can start fabricating claims on these fuckers in the meantime. We're going to basically go down the right side of the island for the first. So Psych, definitely. Who's doing things? Majapahit are being bastards. See, they have the advantage that we cannot fabricate on them because the only province that touches at all to them is their capital. So we could theoretically do some trade justification, but they're just not going to be strong enough. And, well, I wonder if I... no, it's not useless. We need every bit of it we can. If I stop you guys from protecting trade, what does it become? Justify trade conflict. I still control too much. Yeah, they're just not strong enough to... Alright, Aceh's entering into a coalition against us. That's completely irrelevant because we are going to kick their shit out of them anyway. Now, Utia hates us, but they're going to hate us anyway. I could just fight trade conflict against Aceh, but I don't need to. I can go after war with them anyway. So yes, I either need to colonize Sumbawa, which I will do once I can start comfortably colonizing tropical land. It's the first one I colonize, so that will then give me a justification on these two territories, which I can then use to just move into the island, which will give us the adjacency bonus when we're colonizing into here and allow us to actually become Malaysia. But that's a little far off. First thing we're actually going to be doing is hop, skip, and jump across to Africa. Make contact with some of those nodes, possibly send some pirates over there to exploit from those nodes. It depends on how wealthy they end up being. Because that's right, we're going to be sea dogs. Pirates. As soon as we can afford it. Right now, we just don't have a lot of cash. Alright, we can afford a large ship as soon as we start. That's good. We can take a look at some of the trade nodes. We are fairly wealthy with 5.4. Canton is not that wealthy because all of it's going out to Hongzhou, which has a ton. Let's look real quick at some comparisons. Hey, come back here. If I have you protect trade in Malacca, it actually costs us money. If I send you on a piracy mission, oh, we can't reach. Can't reach them yet. Okay. They're just out of our trade range. So we'll have to wait on that. Nothing much more I can do but fabricate the claims that I'm going to take, save up the points. No, we actually have one score. I'm not sure where that came from. Administrative, maybe, because of our rapid expansion in the early game? Or possibly because we have +3 stability. Keep waiting for any more insults to show up on the list, because it's essentially free military points. And we need military points. Our only weak spot in our commanders is military. And the military advantage is huge in Asia because of how weighted the tactics are toward the early game and how important tactics are to your success. We can fade back another claim. Oh yeah, we're getting close on the diplomacy points. Soon we'll actually be able to start, coring. When do we get more trade range? Also at the next level, so we're getting more trade, getting more colonial range. Oh, it's colonial range we're looking at. Trade range is at 4, okay. That will hopefully let us reach, Hongzhou. No, we don't actually, we need the morale in this stage of the game since we're fighting so many wars. We just need our troops to stay in the fight. There's a great advantage to the tech costs, but we're sort of in a race for territory in the early stages of the game. Because we can turn territory into wealth into points through advisors, but we need to acquire that territory, acquire that wealth. Eventually start raising the, because we want to get near monopoly control of the straits. Then bring all the trade we can into the straits. That which we can't bring into the straits, we will pirate from whoever is owning it. and generally all around try to create all the wealth of East Asia and possibly even India into our pockets. Let's see. Almost there on the diplomacy points. We need that first tech level if we're going to be able to core anything. How much more? It's another 100 so points. Yeah, we still have an advisor out making claims on Aceh. I hope I'm pronouncing all these right. Getting close, then we can start coring. Another 100 so points. Alright, done with another claim. Fabricate claim. Let's see, what's the next one we want? Bamberg's all part of here. Aro we're probably not going to do. We're going to do there. Also, once we have the tech, we'll start be able to build our heavy ships. Heavy ships will be important to hold open the strait. Yeah, I don't need to justify trade conflict with you. You're going to go down anyway. Anything new? Nope, nothing here for us to do yet. Yeah, this is sort of a waiting game at this point. Not a whole lot we can do in terms of invading until we can actually be able to start coring these. No rebellions is nice. No rebellions is very nice. Almost there, 50 more to go. Don't have any diplomatic relations. I don't think, you know what, we can start looking at possibly Bengal. They've survived the initial opening. It's probably time to start looking at them. Start improving relations with Bengal. They're not quite ready to ally with us because of how far away we are, but we're technically going to be closer, I think, in the near future. We're also going to continue to grow and be stronger. Almost there. Inches away. Oh, bountiful harvest, free ducats. Fat ducats. Still no new insult missions or claim missions. Almost. Almost. Just a little further. Nice and easy. 10. Just 10 more freaking points. Blarg. Claim it. Claim it. Yes. Yes. No. 2 points. Ah! There we go. Bam. Claim that. You're going to build at least one heavy ship. Apparently we're going to build 2 heavy ships. We can afford to. We are also going to claim all of this territory. We're actually going to core all this territory. And as soon as that's done coring, I will then march into Aceh. And we will continue this conquest. Okay, so that initial opening waiting game is over. At least a little bit. We now have rivals. We're going to be able to start beating the shit out of our rivals. We're going to be coring ourselves up. Soon we'll be able to get into colonizing. Well, soon, TM. We're going to actually gather our whole fleet in the Straits of Johor for this war, just to ensure that they stay open and in our control. Let's see. No new missions? No new missions. I mean, besides making war on a UTIA, and I quite frankly find them to be significantly harder than Aceh by any stretch of imagination. It's that huge base tax in the actual city of Ayutthaya allows them to do so much. Also produces tea. We want that. We are going to take that. That is going to be ours. Just not yet. These are halfway cored. Our ships are under construction. Yep. You can start building some more. What percentage do we have? We have 36. Bugger that. We're going to need so much more. Build a couple additional barks afterwards. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark. We're also going to need to build more cogs. Yes, we need piety. I want to eventually be able to move whole large armies across. We'll create a proper fleet. We'll pick that up. And we'll keep building barks and stuff until we can do it. Alright. It's time, I think. We still have our decent general. What do they have as far as quality of their general? I don't know off the top of my head. I can swing up and look real quick. Meanwhile, where's our trade fleet? There's our trade fleet. Get over here. Their general is a... Alright, a 213. We can take that with our... I mean, he only has 2 shock, but quite frankly, what he needs is shock. That's really it. Declare war, take Psych, and keep to give us control of both sides of the straits. Fill the advisors. Nope, we can't afford to fill the advisor slot. After we take some of Aceh, we can. These are just finishing up. And the nationalism that still remains is a little worrying. Having to come back across the channel to take them will be most inconvenient if it happens. We don't have a tech advantage over them, but unless they've been... not sure what's the quality of their general. No, they're not going to get it before us, plus we've spent money on an advisor. So we should tech up before them, which will give us another half point of morale, at which point we will actively seek combat rather than just sieging our war goal. Siege our war goal to start out just so we start taking the war score in our favor. Ooh. You know, we can afford the lost stability. We're so far ahead in stability right now. And we really want to get that military tech as early as possible. Let's see, we can build a couple more barks, I think. Get us up to 9. Bring us closer toward our Greater Proper Fleet objective. Siege is looking possible in the near future. Any luck? We'll have siege going. I mean, we'll take the city and then go look for their army and probably still hiding in Aceh. We have full-ish manpower. We haven't caught the enemy fleet, so I don't want to start spreading ours around, since the only reason we're able to take their fleet is the presence of our heavy warships. If we spread our fleet around, those heavy warships are not going to be able to cover everything. Here we go. Here's the... Just in time. We won the siege, we get the tech upgrade. Next one is the super important one. Another half point of morale, and we get more tactics. Trying to see if we can catch them anywhere. Guess we're going to catch them when they come back to Psych. Syak? I am not sure how it's pronounced. Alright, we're at -2, but we have +1. The rolls of 0 don't they don't help, particularly when we're getting our 9s on fire and our 0s on shock. Ugh, we are just getting some of the worst rolls. That's okay, though. We can afford that. We can rebuild. We can attack again. It's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but we can recover from it. How are we doing in allying with you guys? We'll do the royal marriage. Here we go. We control the strait so they won't siege quickly. As a matter of fact, we can actually move around when the time comes to avoid having to attack across the strait. We'll get the alliance with Bengal. That'll help make sure no one else... Oh, loans. Lovely. Oh, we can drop this advisor now to help cover our budget. I still want the morale bonus, though. Split you in half. We'll bring the additional bark in. our original cog to help transport men across the strait. All right, we're going to move across in piecemeal. That way we don't take the crossing strait penalty. We're going to lose a few men to attrition, but I think it'll be a lot safer for us actually winning the battle. Now, there we go. Get another point, get our level of production. It's really important considering how much of our income is production based. All that income from spices. Okay, you guys aren't quite full. Soon you will be, though. I think I'll order you to attack so that you arrive in June. Alright, they're going to have a slight numbers advantage, but otherwise we're basically identical. Yeah, see what happens when we don't roll zeros on our first two? Jesus Christ, it was such a piece of bullshit that we even lost that first battle. Look how quick we broke them in the second one. Still, we were smart enough not to gamble everything on a single battle. Alright. And I will continue my pursuit. We don't take ticks unless we actually end our turn there. So we're just going to march straight through. I know where they're heading, or at least I have a good idea where they're heading. I don't like either of these. We still need the diplomatic points. We are going to arrive before they can leave. Alright, we need to recoup our troops. Military armies. Brunei still has 8,000 manpower, so they're not completely drained yet. They're still in this war. Potentially. So we need to actually recover our men and prepare for another major battle. Because we still have the leadership advantage, if only slightly. I might as well see what our general, our our monarch does have amazing stats for this, so he might actually be worth using. We'll let our manpower recover. Fill in some of the lost men. I will also, how many, we don't have any, yeah, we can't afford also to just go hog wild on mercenaries either. So we're going to have to find them and feed them into direct battle, I think. I was hoping they'd actually just come right to me. They're not getting a ton of men, they're just consolidating regiments. Which is good for us. So let's speed up the fast up forward the speed while we wait for the last of our men to arrive. They are down at about the same level. We're looking at Brunei. Aceh. Aceh has about half of our manpower, but they have slightly more men available than we do. I was looking at us for a second. That's real smart. Yeah, we have this much manpower. Well, obviously we do. You can see it at the top of the screen. The time we're fully reinforced, though, will probably be down to about where they are. We will be attacking with our far superior generalship, though. Should at least cancel out any negative penalties. We should, let's see, they haven't yet caught up in morale, so we can attack and hopefully just smash their army here. Where is he going? He's going down this way, so let's go down this way. They're still getting some income from being blockading their ports, which is good. Oh my god, those zeros! Alright, I think we're doing good. And oh my god, we only have 2,000 men left. Those zeros hurt. They hurt so bad. Create new. Split off the infantry from the cavalry. Select the infantry. Consolidate regiments. Now we're down to 6, so we can hire some more East Asian spearmen to fill the gaps. They're attacking into us this time, but they're still continuing to roll amazing compared to us. We killed about as many as we lost. We have the manpower to fill up our regiments. We're going to take another loan. There's no way around it. We're just taking another loan. And we're raising another unit of spearmen. They're almost out of manpower. We will have more men than them once we are done replenishing, and I think they're just about out of manpower. No, we cannot afford to have regiments rise up at the moment. I mean, the morale hurts, but we can't do a damn thing about it. Waiting for our own men to get there. Another loan. Not great, but we can deal with it. Bring them to what will hopefully be one final battle. Alright, we didn't actually break them, which is inconvenient. However, we have some pretty good strength here. We will select army, create new unit. We will detach the mercenaries, select this unit. No, we can't actually bring the... Alright, so we'll bring you guys back to here. The war is basically over at this point. The only problem is our debts outstanding. I am actually going to... Where are they going? We need to let our manpower recover a little. Alright, when are they going to arrive there? 15th of June. So we're going to wait until the 14th of June. 13th of June. 14th. 14th of June, and then move in. We'll arrive there as soon as possible, because the way the II ticks is it won't realize what's happening, that we're moving into reinforce if we move in at that point in time. Alright, so they're running. We're going to leave the mercenaries behind, and we're going to pursue them, presumably up to Aceh itself. Hopefully wipe them out for good. Continuing to have to take loans to support this. I'm actually at this point going to raise war taxes. I dislike doing this with nations that I'm not super confident about my ability to stay ahead of the tech game, but I need the I can't afford to lose any more income. There we go. And they're out of the fight.